We are in Mayfield Gardens. We're entering Mayfield Garden, the most exciting garden west of the ranges. I hope we're west of the ranges. Yes, we are west of the ranges. We've crossed the Blue Mountains into the plains that lay beyond. Joining me on my walk today through these wonderful gardens is my associate Diane Robinson. She will be giving us extra context into what the gardens are, what they represent, and
what they mean to you.
And me. Okay, we're just walking down the avenue of hydrangeas, evidently.
They said we'd see hydrangeas, and we're seeing hydrangeas.
So, while this was originally part of a sheep farm, and the 5,000 hectares surrounding it still are a sheep farm, the owners of the property put 160 acres aside and have turned it into this wonderful gardens at Mayfield. Well, at the moment we're walking through the watery ground part, which has lots of water lilies and weeping willows and other sorts of trees. Okay, we're just coming out of the Lover's Grotto, as I like to call it, and we're heading up somewhere else. It's all jolly excitement as we go around the gardens, meeting fine and different people. Looks like we can't get to the pagoda because it's all closed off and says no access. Still, we'll go back this way, see what's down here. This is just like the stone forest in China. A beautiful, tranquil little spot. Okay, we're now off to the Valley of the Five Ponds. My co-commentator next to me hasn't said much so far. She will now describe the Valley of the Five Ponds.
This place centres your chi. It allows you to conceptualise your inner self in water.
There's just one problem. We've come to one pond and we seem to run out of space. Very strange. Oh well.
This is where you conceptualise your own ponds. which are the pools of your inner self.
Okay, looks like we took a wrong turn. We went to the 1 pond, not the 5 pond. So now we'll backtrack and go back towards the 5 ponds. We'll take a left here and head up to the sandstone gallery where the 5 ponds are. Okay, it seems like everybody else can find the 5 ponds quite easily. It's only 2 seasoned travellers like ourselves that have difficulties finding these spots.
We like to explore the highways and byways. That's fine.
Still, we had time at the pond of Tranquility.
We did.
Which was very tranquil.
We centred our chi.
This is one of the 5 ponds of Tranquility. They all head off down to the left until they meet the main lake, Mayfield Lake, where weird and mysterious things happened many years ago. Nobody knows the true story.
But we do have a theory.
We do have a theory, which we will tell you in the next scene.
Well, we've conducted a lot of research to find out the real history of Mayfield Gardens. And we found that in the 1920s, Jane Mayfield, a rather eccentric, and used to love to strip naked and go swimming in ponds. However, when she did that in the public pond in the park, it provoked an outcry, as the customs of the times were very conservative. As a result, her father, a rich man, brought Mayfield Garden, which had many ponds in it, so Jane could swim to her heart's delight. She was very happy for a while.
Plain Jane, as she was known, loved Mayfield Gardens, and she bathed every day in one of the 5 ponds, alternating from day to day. Then, as a sign, she thought, from Grotto, wherever, she met Joseph Ponzi. The name says it all. Ponzi was a philanderer, wanted to take advantage of poor Jane and her wealth, or supposed wealth. He pretended to love her, said he would marry her, then ran off with the farmer's daughter. Poor Jane, in distress, threw herself into lake number 3 and drowned. Looking out from the sandstone gallery, I see an avenue of trees leading down to an obelisk. There is my beloved wife in front of the sandstone gallery, admiring it in all its splendour. Well, she's just wandered off now. Up there, far in the distance, is the sandstone gallery. So that's our quick trip to Mayfield Gardens. We're now off to the cafe and nursery, and we'll have a look through the nursery and see what cold climate plants we can buy and nurture in the sweltering heat of Sydney.
We're also meeting our friends Kit and Nancy at the cafe.
For a spot of lunch. Should be jolly nice.
This gentleman is picking edible flowers that the people at the cafe put on desserts.
Diane.
I've just eaten a bit of orange flower that gentleman gave me to eat. It's rather nice. So these are our friends Kit and Nancy, and we're having lunch with them today, and they came to the gardens last week. What did you think of the gardens, guys?
Well, Kit just asked me what I found most impressive, and I think it's that all of this, which is very hard to describe because it's magnificent and extensive and incredible, has all been conjured up out of, in such a short space of time, out of worn out agricultural land.